you want a great performing tablet with awesome speakers and a great display for under $200, I couldn't guarantee anything more than the Sony Xperia Z tablet. Plus, you're not sacrificing anything for how much you're paying. This is a complete tablet for the price. Speaking of software, it's running the latest version of Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, but you can also put CyanogenMod 13 or 14 on it if you want Nougat on it. Nougat seems to run pretty smooth on this tablet, so I recommend flashing CyanogenMod 14 if you want. Talking about the speakers on the Sony Xperia Z tablet, there are 4 of them, 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side. They boast a really clear sound when it comes to the music, and there's also Clear Audio Plus if you want extra bass music, but I recommend turning it off as it makes some of the music very tinny. At the front, you're looking at a 1920 by 1200 10.1 inch display. It's extremely sharp, extremely vibrant, and very good in color saturation. And it also has a pretty high pixel density of 226 ppi for a tablet. That is extremely good. At the left side of the tablet, you will find the volume rockers, power button, headphone jack with a flap covering it, and one of the 4 speakers. We will talk about the flaps in a minute. At the right side of the tablet, you will only find one of the 4 speakers, but at the bottom side, you will find 2 of the speakers. You will also get a micro SD card slot and a USB charger covered by a flap, as well as the tablet's information at the bottom. Yes, you heard that right, as the Sony Xperia Tablet Z also has a micro SD card slot for expansion to up to 128 GB. That is incredible. At the top, you will also find an IR blaster for using the tablet as a remote control for your TV, along with a microphone. At the front of the tablet at the top, you will find the Sony logo, along with a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. At the back of the tablet, you will find the NFC logo for wirelessly transferring content to another device, the Xperia logo, and the 8 megapixel back camera. Now let's talk about these cameras for a bit. For the front camera, 2 megapixels may sound like nothing on a tablet, but this is actually a really good camera. It can work good with Hangouts calls and Skype calls as well. What's up guys, this is Brandon testing the 2 megapixel front camera on the Sony Xperia Z tablet. As you can see, the camera keeps my face illuminated from the sunshine, and it is a very good camera overall. Probably one of the best 2 megapixel cameras I've ever seen. At the back of the tablet, we're looking at an 8 megapixel camera, Sony sensor without flash, f2.2 aperture, and no optical image stabilization. But for the photos, they actually come out really well. They don't like overexposing, and they're actually really good with the shadows. However, on some darker scenes, they are a little overcrushing on the shadows, but again, with the aperture, you can get some very good bokeh backgrounds. So the camera is actually pretty good, but you can also get grain even in broad daylight scenes. But going back on using this tablet, it's actually a pleasure to use. There are no hiccups or stuttering in the UI, even though it is a very high pixel density tablet, but there's really no slowdowns. And with Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, it just flies. It's a really smooth tablet, especially when gaming. And yes, playing on the old but yet very powerful Snapdragon S4 Pro processor clocked at 1.9 GHz, you're gonna get buttery smooth performance in gaming. Of course, higher graphic games that are newer and made in 2016 or 2015 may stutter on this tablet, but for casual gaming it's actually pretty smooth. Of course, the 2 GB of RAM also helps with multitasking a lot. In fact, I can keep around 10 apps open at the same time without having to load again when switching back to them. That's extremely impressive for a tablet with only 2 GB of RAM. In fact, comparing this with my Samsung Galaxy 7 with 4 GB of RAM, they're actually pretty much the same. Of course, since the tablet's running Android 5.1 Lollipop, it's obviously not going to have app-by-app multitasking on the same screen, but it does have Sony's classic small apps which you can use anytime, anyway. Remember the flaps on the tablet I was talking to you about earlier? Well, let's talk about them a bit more. These flaps around the ports helps the tablet to be IP57 certified, meaning you can submerge it in water for up to 1 meter, up to 30 minutes, and also use it in dust conditions. But I mean, yeah, for $200, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here, especially having Android Lollipop, dust and water resistance, decently good camera on the front and back, NFC, pretty good display, and pretty much everything you want. I guess the worst, or at least pretty average part about this tablet is the battery life. Now the tablet does have a 6000 mAh battery inside, and it does have stamina mode available from Sony Mobile, but yet the tablet only lasts a few hours unless you're using it on a lighter day. But something worse about the battery is the charging speed. It's horrendous. The tablet has a 6,000 mAh battery with no quick charging or special supply or amps on the charger to make it charge faster. It takes around 6 to 7 hours to charge fully, from around 10 or 20% to 100%. That's a disgrace, and sometimes it doesn't even charge to 100%, maybe just to 98 or 97%. That's pretty bad. But however, apart from those glaring battery issues, the tablet's still a really good tablet to get for under $200. It's awesome. And I also have no problems recommending it to anyone wanting a good tablet, a really good tablet for under $200 or $300. The best places to find this tablet for cheap would be eBay or Amazon, but you can also get them at some Best Buy or Walmart shops if you want. But anyway guys, that's my review of the Sony Xperia Z tablet in 2016. Probably the best tablet you can still buy for under $200. If you're looking to get a tablet with good performance, this is a great pick. But if you're looking for a smaller tablet, the Nvidia Tegra Shield tablet is also a good pick. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Brandon from Neltech. Be sure to subscribe, comment, or like this video if you want to. Links in the description to buy this tablet, and thank you for watching. See ya.